Welcome to the official Jumpstart tutorial guide for the Firstlight by FiLMic, the Pro Photo app with analog vibe from the makers of the FiLMic Pro. You can quickly set your focus and exposure by tapping anywhere in the viewpoint. This will set your area of interest for both focus and exposure. If you want to lock your value, just tap the reticle so it turns into yellow. Now doesn't matter where in your screen you point your camera, that value will not automatically change until you unlock them. To unlock, just tap anywhere in the viewport to return to auto mode. At the heart of the FiLMic Firstlight experience is cross-swipe. The cross-swipe gesture allows you to adjust both focus and exposure directly from the viewport without having to lift your finger. By default, simply swipe up and down to adjust your exposure manually, and left and right to adjust your focus. As you use cross-swipe for complete manual control, and responsive focus peaking is applied to ensure perfect focus and zebras for perfect exposure. When adjusting your exposure using cross-swipe, red zebras will let you know that your highlights are clipping, and blue zebras indicate your shadows are being crushed. If you want to invert the focus and exposure swap direction, just open Setting, Advanced, Cross-swipe behavior and select the expose horizontally and focus vertically. To access Firstlight basic setting menu, tap the cog icon. The configuration panel gives you a quick access to the most commonly used photographic setting, including your shooting format with support for JPEG, HEIC and TIFF. The countdown timer allows you to specify anywhere from 2 to 20 seconds. The ability to set your flash to off, auto and active mode. And the selection of the framing grids, as well as a wide range of supported aspect ratios. Under these settings, you get the ability to toggle on and off the location tagging, show or hide your histogram, or on or off your level, enable or disable your burst mode, as well as quick launch FiLMic Pro if you want to capture cinematic video. In the Firstlight, you can quickly select your lens by tapping the lens tray in the lower right of the viewport. Here you can access all the lenses available on your device. In this device, which is Samsung A50, you get access to the ultra-wide, front-wide camera and front camera. FiLMic Firstlight includes a selection of handcrafted film looks, vignette styles and film grains that pays a homage to timeless film stock. To access film looks, tap the looks button to reveal the tray with the looks icon selected. You can swipe through the different categories and tap the info icon to get more information about the included film looks in each category, as well as swipe up to preview them. And tap outside to close the info panel. With your category selected, you can swipe through the available film looks, which are instantly applied to your live preview. Once you have selected your look, tap on the vignette button, and here you can choose to apply a low, medium or heavy vignette to your image in real time. Lastly, tap on the grain button and choose between fine, moderate, coarse or ISO adaptive grain. ISO adaptive will dynamically define your grain profile based on your ISO setting. I am going to select the moderate, and now I can tap in the live preview to exit the looks tray and take my photo. If you want to quickly reset your applied look, tap the looks button, then press the reset button located under the info icon. Finally, this app gives you classic theme looks in camera without the need for heavy post workflows. FiLMic Firstlight provides access to ISO and shutter priority modes, giving you the same experience found on the high-end DSLR and mirrorless cameras. The priority mode selector is located in the lower left of the interface and by default is an AE, which stands for auto exposure. By swiping up, we can enter ISO priority mode. In this mode, you can swipe horizontally to set your desired ISO value. Now Firstlight will automatically adjust your shutter speed value for you to ensure your shot is correctly exposed. This is great if you want to precisely control the level of noise presence in your final shot. Swiping up again on the mode selector will let you enter shutter priority mode. Once selected, you can swipe horizontally to set your shutter speed and have Firstlight automatically set your ISO for exposure. This opens up some really creative possibilities. If you want to freeze time, try a high shutter speed value. If you want silky motion blur, grab a tripod and try a very low shutter speed value. To return AE mode, just swipe down on the priority mode selector. Capturing the perfect moment is easy with Firstlight's burst mode. To enter it, tap to the open setting and enable the burst mode. Now simply press and hold the shutter button to shoot a burst sequence. At the top of the interface, you will see how many images are being captured. The beauty of the Firstlight's burst mode is it works with filter too. Tap the looks button, apply a filter and press and hold to take a burst sequence. Firstlight also gives you control over just how fast your burst interval is. To adjust it, open setting, advanced, burst rate. Here you can select low, normal or high. Live analytics in the form of zebras for exposure and peaking for focus will automatically apply whenever you use cross swipe. However, they are fully customizable. Just tap setting, advanced, analytic colors. Here I am going to set my shadow clipping color to orange and extend my threshold from 10 to 13. Now I can make cross swipe exposure adjustment. You can see that the color and the threshold change have taken effect. Under the advanced analytic menu, we can also disable zebras completely. If I tap to disable shadow clipping and return to the main viewport, you can see that the zebras only used for my highlights. Under the Analytic Colors menu, you also get full control over focus peaking color and intensity. And you might find that reducing the intensity can give you more fine-grained control over your focus. In the upper left of the Firstlight interface is the Custom Function button, which allows you to map a custom function of your choosing for quick access. Simply tap and hold to reveal the function picker and over most useful options are available. I will select capture format and tap outside the function picker to close. Now I can tap to the cycle through all available capture format from the main UI. If I tap and hold the function button again, I will select burst mode. Now I can quickly enable burst mode without having to open settings. Whenever features you would find yourself most often diving into the setting to adjust, save some time and just map it to the custom function button. Firstlight has full support for 1.33 anamorphic lenses and will apply the 1.33 disc squeeze at the same time of capture. meaning there is no workflow required in post. With your anamorphic lenses attached, just open Setting, Advanced, Anamorphic Disguise and turn it on. Now your skin is disguised in both the preview and the final capture for truly breathtaking wide aspect photos. If you regularly uses anamorphic lenses, you can assign it in custom function button, which will save you from having it to select it under setting menu. Firstlight saves your photos directly to the native Photos app. To view your Firstlight photos, tap the library button which is your left in the screen to reveal your last photos in full screen. You can swipe through your photos in the full screen as well as mark it favorite, delete it and quickly share it. If you want to switch to grid view to make browsing your library easier, tap to the green button and scroll through your library and tap the image to open it full screen. At the top of the interface, you can jump in the Photos app or tap the Firstlight icon in the right to return to your camera. We hope this jumpstart tutorial gets you up and running the Firstlight. Thanks for watching.